Hey, gang. How's it going? Happy Friday. Happy first day of the weekend. Welcome to Conversations with Curtis. Thanks for joining me today. We took Wednesday off. I was out of town, and Daniel, I think, had something else going on. And had a great stream on Monday with Noah and Daniel. And now I'm back with a little bit of Not For Broadcast. And then we'll figure out what next week's going to be like. But how you guys doing?
Zchwex tipped 25 pieces of 8. Don't broadcast this donation.
I'm going to broadcast. Thanks, Wex. Oh, man. You're so generous. Can't thank you enough. I hope you're doing well. Hope things are going good for you. But yeah, I'm excited about today. I haven't played it for, I don't know, over a week now. And so I'm sure I'm going to forget all my. You guys gonna have to forgive me today. I've got a super, I don't know, clogged up throat. It's like I don't know what it is. I think it must be an allergy to some food or something, or I might be intolerant. But like certain points of the day when I eat something or whatever, I just get this phlegmy throat, and I can't stop clearing my throat. So you're gonna have to forgive me. I'm gonna do it again right now. I'm gonna try to turn this thing off. I'll do my best to save you from hearing all that. It's pretty, it's not pleasant. Anyway, going to play this game today. Looking forward to getting back to it. And I'm happy you guys are here. And I want to chat a little bit. I'm sitting in Dr. Harburg's psychologist, in their therapy room today because I want to chat a little bit before we do this thing. But it's good to see you guys. Right Said Brett's here. Dapper Andy. Nelson Dragoon. The gang is here. Top Fuel. Thanks, guys, for being here. Johan's here. That's great. So I don't know. This might be of interest. So I was this Wednesday. Tuesday I flew to Indianapolis. God, that stupid glitch. Anyway. Tuesday, I flew to Indianapolis for a conference for Letters Aloud. And I do these conferences, a couple, 2-3 times a year. And it's a pretty, it's a big deal. So what happens is that if you have an act like My Letters Aloud, you go to these conferences, and prior to the conference, you can apply for these showcases. And the showcase is a coveted slot that your act can get, so that during the conference, they have a set time where all of the booking agents and people who are looking for acts throughout the year can sit down and watch like anywhere between 8 and 12 pre-selected artists who can then showcase about a 10 to 15 minute snippet of their show. So they get to see what it looks like live on stage with all the bells and whistles. And a lot of times that getting that slot is huge for the act because it means, they are hopefully going to get a lot more bookings and all that. So I went down to Indianapolis for this Arts Midwest conference, and we had gotten a slot. I've gotten other, showcase slots in the past, and they've been super helpful. So this one was for a school program that I put together that I've been really excited about. And it's basically Letters Aloud, where I take a theme and we have actors read the letters, and we have live musician. It's a very, very NPR podcasty. And so I ultimately put together a show I called Be the Change for a school educational program. And Be the Change is the Mahatma Gandhi quote that says that we need to be the change that we wish to see in the world. And I have all these letters that young people wrote to their heroes throughout history, the responses they received, and how that correspondence actually sparked change in society. It's a really, really cool show. there's some really great letters. There's a great letter from a young girl that wrote to Abraham Lincoln before he was president, and he was running for president. And she said, I think you should grow a beard. I think people will like you more. And he wrote her back and said, really? I don't know if I've never grown a beard before. And he did, clearly, and actually wrote her back, or actually, I think, visited her and said, thank you. That was a great suggestion. So just that kind of a thing where young people have agency and they have a voice. So this Wednesday, I got to showcase that educational program. In the past, I've only showcased our public performances. And it's just a wild thing, man. I'll tell you, it's, on one hand, we got chosen to do this out of hundreds of acts, to get up there under the lights in front of all these people. And on the other hand, when we do it, and I'm up there on stage and I'm looking around, and it's just, it's a smattering of maybe 75, 80 people who are at a conference, and they've been going from one thing to another, and they've got their booths and they're having meetings. And so people are just popping in and out to watch. And there's nothing about it that feels like I don't know. There's just something about these things that make me feel like I've been spinning my wheels with this creative life of mine for so long. And I've achieved a modicum of success, which I'm really proud of. And I would love, I don't want to, dismiss that. But it's just an interesting thing when you're a creative person. For me anyway, I have this much that I can give to the creative side of things. And I'm just not good when it comes to the business side of things, right? So I just feel like, as an actor, I was toiling doing that for a while, got to a certain place, and then just could never take it to the next level. I just didn't have the business sort of savviness and I know so many actors who are like that. Some of the best actors I've ever seen on stage or worked with don't act anymore because it just never worked out. And then, and then doing letters aloud, it's gotten this level of success. I have an agent, we travel, we do these shows in these beautiful theaters, but the audience, sometimes we'll just get like 70, 80 people in the house. And the people that go there, they love it. I mean, I've put together this show that I'm so proud of. But it's just so strange to be doing it at a level for so long that hasn't gone to a place where I know that if I got to this place with this show, and especially this educational program, I think it should be in every school in the country. Every time I've done it, the schools just love it. But I just don't know how to get it into the schools. So that's the frustrating part, And I know that, what I'm wanting is I'm here and I want here. I mean, I don't need there, but I wouldn't mind being there, just so more people can experience this, so I can make a little bit more of an income doing it. And I just don't know what it takes to get there, Same thing with this channel. I love it. And I can't believe we've gotten this far. But it's tapered off. It's, after almost 4 years, it feels like it's what it is. And I'm not quite sure how to grow this, if I want to grow this. I don't know. It's an interesting thing. And I think it's important to talk about occasionally. Just the idea of, because I know that where I'm at, and I'm looking up here, there are people way down here who are thinking, man, it would be really cool to be where you're at, right? So I just don't know if I want to be able to acknowledge where I've come. I want to still get, a little bit higher. But I guess the hardest part is just staying in the same spot your whole life. I just want to bump up a little bit. I don't want to bump down too far. So, anyways, I don't want it to sound like sour grapes, and I know that we all have our own, struggles and but yeah, it's just interesting. That's all. I just feel so confident about this, about letters aloud, and I don't know what it takes to get it to the next level. But all that said, I thought I'd throw that out there. Grass is always greener. I absolutely agree. Um, and I guess that's a good thing, right? It keeps us going. It just keeps us hungry for more. There's no ceiling to any of it. So, I'm also super grateful for the life that I live and my family and friends and all that. So, this isn't me in a place of emotional distress or anything. It's just that nagging feeling that what does it take to get to that next level? Whatever that level is. Um, let's see. Yeah, Johan says the acting is like that. Sometimes it's up and then it's down. That's for sure. Um, yeah. Ozzy said, I'd say maybe try taking letters aloud online a bit and take conversations with Curtis into the real world with some printed business cards to give out, use as ads, etc. Yeah, that all sounds good. Uh, yeah. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Okay, so let's play this game, shall we? Before I do, why don't I just take some time to be appreciative of these people? And this may not be completely up to date because I haven't talked to Daniel and he was normally. So this is from a week or so ago. So if there are new people, I know there is one new person. We haven't had a new Patreon member in a while. I guess that's another reason why that's another reason I was a little feeling this way today. Jen FD became our newest Patreon member. Thank you, Jen FD. We appreciate that. And you're the first person who has come along in a while. So it was nice to see a new member, and we appreciate you being here, and we sure do need your support. And just thanks to all these folks for their continued support. If you can help Jwex get to my already achieved goal today, it's always fun to see the goal go over, over 0% of the goal. Then you'll be in our top 10. And I don't know, Jwex might be in number 1 right now. This also is not updated. This is like a couple weeks ago. But a couple weeks ago, these were our top 7 donors. Top Fuel, Jwex, That Star Wars Guy, Atlas Redux, Big Kahuna, Moffat Reborn, and CompuArt. So let's play some of this game. I don't remember. I think we finished on a end of a chapter, so I get to watch the tapes and the commercials and all of the things that we weren't able to look at last time. And I know that the government. This is the worst part about this is I lose track because I don't play. It's been over a week since I played this, but we're realizing that the government, this horrible government, is taking over, and I think that I was thinking about it a little bit. I think that my job as a gamer is to try to subvert this government to the best of my abilities because they're horrible people, but I can't lose my job because then I won't have the power to try to make them look bad and fall from grace. So I think I have been playing it too much by the book in terms of being a good little soldier, like in Papers, Please. But I'm going to try to be a little bit more of a rebel from now on, at my peril. I changed this difficulty level. I've been at normal. I'm just going to go down to easy, just because I'm more interested really in the story and not screwing up the. I don't want to get a failing grade. Anyways, okay, we're going to do this thing. Let's do it. Fight the power, says Dandy. Dandy Andy. Uh, oh, hey, yeah, no worries with if you can donate, great. If you can't, believe me, I can't right now. I'm not able to donate to the things that I like to donate to. So you got to take care of yourself and you and yours first, and then spread it out. Here we go. Game. Back. Continue. You guys ready? Let's do it. I feel like I just had a little therapy session. Thanks for listening. Not sure if I got anything out of it. I guess I did. I guess I did. What?
Schwex tipped $5. I specifically told you don't broadcast it. Now face the wrath of naughty words. Fanny,
Okay.
fart, poopy head, doo-doo, me crop, dingleberry, whiner.
Nice. You got every one of those through. Every one of those through. That's great. Thank you, Schwex. That was funny, and I really appreciate it. You dingleberry. Okay, so now I'm in crippling debt. Okay. So I've been trying to be a good soldier and failing anyways. So I might as well try to. All right, let's go. Late at night. Day 15. You arrive home after another long shift to find a note waiting for you on the countertop. You recognize Sam's hurried scrawl. Chris has been evicted for not paying rent. You know, I remember when we started playing this game with Daniel, I realized I was seeing that this part of the game, this text-driven part of the game, ultimately felt too long and like it just seemed so out of whack with the rest of the game. But I kind of know what I'm in for now. And this just feels like a parallel story. Like we're witnessing this very hilarious, sort of humorous Monty Python-esque broadcast, but it's dealing with real stuff. And this part really makes you focus in on. Oh, there's a new game. Have you seen this new show called Kevin Can Go Fuck Himself? I started watching it. I'm not sure I'm totally into it, but it's a great conceit where it starts off as a sitcom, and it's just 3 cameras and a laugh track, and it's like a just a basic sitcom, fat husband, good-looking wife. But as soon as the main character walks out of the room, the whole conceit becomes like really dark and realistic, and it's kind of like that. I don't know. It feels like that old Twilight Zone where the Billy Mummy, the kid, right? They had to be really happy around him, or else he was gonna kill them or change them or something like that. So it's got a really cool feel to it. So I feel like this has this moment too. I'm being very chatty today. All right. You know where this is headed. She's leaving. Chris has been evicted for not paying rent. I can't remember who's who. They're all. Sam's gone to pick up Chris's stuff from the street. Wait a minute. Who's Chris? Don't wait up. Underlined twice. So this is your fault now, is it? You sulkily press play on the cheap horror film you were going to watch together. It used to absolutely terrify you as a kid, but always makes the two of you laugh. It's not the same without Sam, but you still chuckle to yourself occasionally. Okay, wait a minute. Who wants to tell me? Yeah, who's exactly? Who's Elaine? Who's Sam and who's Chris? Somebody tell me. Somebody remind me. I don't want to look it up. Sam's gone to pick up Chris's stuff. I think Sam's my wife or my partner, and Chris, I can't remember who Chris is. Just as you get to the good bit, the part where Candy decides to investigate alone, your 14-year-old son interrupts. He wants to go to a friend's house. He looks at you in a way only a child can, pleading but somehow defiant. You let him go, as long as he promises to be home by 11. You tell Charlie no, he knows he's not allowed out this late on a school night. Oh, crap. What's this game going to do to me? I want to let him go. How old is he? 14? Interrupts. He wants to go to a friend's house. Yeah, They got to get out. They got to hang out with their friends. Absolutely. I should take them there, but I'm going to let them go. Clearly surprised, he practically races out the door. You doze in front of the movie, waiting up for his return. How late is it? You start awake to the sound of TV static. It's gone midnight, and there's no sign of Charlie or Sam. Oh, great. It's a school night, and he promised, so you go over there and march him home. No way. Yeah, I'm going over. Arriving at the friend's house, you find your son, who miraculously notices the time when he sees you. He may think you were born yesterday, but at least he apologizes. That's something. You recognize that cheeky, mischievous look. You can't help but let him off this time. Yeah, all sounds good to me. Day 15. Day 47, 8. Now what? A tight Christmas. Oh boy. Okay, here we go. I'm liking this story. Day 48, a tight Christmas. You can't help but crack a smile as you look around the table. God bless us, everyone. The snow has settled on the grass outside. The kids are pulling a cracker while your elderly mother tries to keep her eyes open. You did always have a soft spot for Christmas. Speaking of Christmas, I just made a joke about God bless everyone, the sort of Christmas Carol. But there's a movie coming out of a book based on a book that I read last year. And do me a favor, and it's called Small Things Like These. And it's just a small little, it's like maybe 110, 120 pages, little novel set in Ireland in 1983. It's a new movie starring Cillian Murphy, the guy who played Oppenheimer, Cillian, can't remember his last name, and Emily Watson. It's an amazing, amazing book. It's set around Christmas time. It's in Ireland. It's one of the most, it knocks my, so please, these small things like these, check that out. All right, we're sitting at the head of the table now. I'm at my dad's place. I'm not at my dad's place. I'm in his position. It's been a tense afternoon. Everyone can feel it. It's the first time you've seen Chris since you refused to part with your passport. Oh, okay, that's right. I get it now. Chris is my brother-in-law, who I wouldn't let him. Yeah, that's okay. It's a big change for Sam. The two siblings used to be inseparable. Okay. The clatter of cutlery. Clatter of cutlery is all that can be heard as Chris stares pointedly at you. Are you having a nice Christmas, Grandma? You make a toast. You stay silent. Well, let's talk to Grandma. Your mother stares vacantly at you, confused. She comes back to herself with a start of recognition. My mother? Yes, thank you, Alex. It's lovely, she murmurs. Or your mother, yeah. Why'd I call her Grandma? It's been happening more and more lately. The clatter of cutlery is all that can be heard as Chris stares pointedly at you. You make a toast. I'm going to say silent. Chris knocks back for a fourth glass of wine, a little too violently. See, Sam? Can't even look me in the eyes after what happened. Your daughter looks up, confused. What do you mean? What happened? She asks quietly. You brace yourself. Sounds like a normal Christmas. Sam tries to interject. Let's not go into it now. But Chris continues forcefully. No, I think she should hear it. Well, Susie, Alex here. Thank you, Chris, that's enough. Stop talking right now. Well, that's better. Chris turns away from you, taking some frustration out on a cheap cut of roast chicken. Your daughter, Susie, seizes the opportunity to corner you. You know how you love me? You chuckle. This sounds familiar. I feel like I'm reading a book. I'm not going to like this, am I? You joke. Okay, here we go. Susie rolls her eyes. You know me and my friends are planning on traveling this year. Susie begins innocently. This is what I remember from last time. It just kind of goes into this whole other world. It doesn't feel like the same game. Well, I was hoping you'd help me with the money. She interrupted by Chris, who makes a derisive snort. I wouldn't hold your breath, Suze. Not known for your generosity, are you, Alex? I agree. RSB, I think this would have been great if they had just done voice actors. It would have been nice to kind of hear this played out. She's interrupted by Chris, who makes a derisive snort. I wouldn't hold your breath. It is not known for your generosity. Are you, Alex? Okay, so they're just mad at me. Ignoring Chris, you smile at your daughter. Oh. We'll see so many parts of the world and learn so much about other cultures, Susie gushes. You sigh and lower your voice. You know, money is really tight right now. The grandma's staying here. We just don't have that kind of money, Suze. But please, Harriet's parents are helping her. Sorry, I wish we could afford it, but we can't. All right, fine. We'll find a way to make it work. No, not going to do it. What? You promised. She looks from the face of one parent to the other and opens her mouth to speak. Instead, she lets out a frustrated shriek and buries her head in her hands. Chris starts to applaud. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is what I remember this last time too. And the Parents of the Year award goes to, Chris starts a sarcastic drum roll on the table. You look to Sam for support, but none is forthcoming. Paying no attention to Suze, Chris goes on. Alex has no time for, he's just blah, blah, blah. You can't bring yourself to speak. Sam follows without meeting your gaze. Charlie excuses himself awkwardly as you start to clear the plates. Have you had a nice birthday, Pat? Your mother chimes in cheerfully. Merry fucking Christmas. Day 48. All right, so we're having a bad day. This feels more and more like Papers, Please. Just, oh my God. Okay. You're leafing through the pile of accumulated posts. Each new bill puts your guts. Recognizing the teal advance logo on the envelope, you tear it open. Dear Winston residents, thank you for sending us your passports for approval. We can now confirm their receipt and validation for the new Assets and Wealth Redemption Scheme. Hopefully this will make the last month of arguments with Sam worth it. What? As such, it is our pleasure to enclose a check which we hope you will see as a symbol not only of our gratitude to you, but of our unwavering commitment to creating a society free of inequality. The throbbing of your fresh, speed-induced paper cut is the only reason you can believe you're awake. A check, and a sizable one at that. Chris was right. Advance really are redistributing wealth. We will continue to strive for the betterment of this nation and its people. Forwards together. Julia and Peter, the weight of your financial burdens lessens slightly. It's bliss. Day 63, day 64, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 7. 72. A long weekend. Oh, we're going to read more stuff? We are. See, doesn't this seem strange? This is what I remember last time. This part just seems like it's going on. It's making me forget about the game that we've been playing. Why does the zip on this damn case never close? It's your anniversary. Every year you and Sam go away for the weekend, usually camping. You're not made of money. You've been looking forward to it for ages, finally getting some time alone together where you can forget about the noise of life. No kids, no work, just a bit of romance and some peace and quiet. The zip finally gives up the battle and you drag the bulging suitcase down the stairs. Answer machine is blinking on the hall table. Oh, I gotta go to work, I'll bet. Good evening, Alex. This is Mr. Bozeman. I'm calling to inform you that you'll be required to work this weekend. Your heart sinks. Some information has been come to light concerning the rising tensions between our nation. Needless to say, I'll expect your attendance tomorrow. Have a pleasant evening. Shocking. What are you going to tell Sam? Sam comes downstairs. Ignore the message you need this weekend. Apologize profusely to your spouse, but you really should go into work. Bozeman's temper is legendary. Gotta go in. You gotta go in. You've gotta pay for. You gotta keep the family. You're going to go, aren't you? She says. Of course you are. It's too much to expect for you to put your family first for once, God forbid. I don't know why I bother, Alex. I really don't. And with that, Sam's gone. The front door swings slightly in the silence. I may have made the wrong choice. Yeah, well, all right. Am I still a Sam or am I divorced now? A permission slip. Let's find out. Your son Charlie hovers at your elbow. Your son Charlie is 37 years old right now. You are a grandfather on Social Security. Do you find yourself striving to achieve? Are you an active member of the team? Do you like reaping the benefits of cooperation? Join the Advanced Go-Getter Society. Forwards together. This doesn't sound like the youth group he told you about. Charlie grabs the flyer from you and thrusts a form into you. And so I can walk there straight from school, and Ben's sister can drop us home after, so you won't have to do anything. You're creating a little Hitler Youth here. I'm not going to sign this form. No way. Sorry, mate. I just don't think it's the right place for you. You hand the form back. What? That is so unfair. Why? I know it seems that way, but you'll understand soon enough. A long time has gone by since I've been at the old broadcast booth. Unbelievable is right. Okay, let me read a little bit here. Do. Now I've seen some earlier stuff. Interactive novel territory for sure. Ozzy, I would guess it's also why we never see any people in these segments, only environments. You just imagine yourself there with whomever you picture as your significant other. Yeah. Keep in mind that all your choices in the graphic novel mode affect the story when you're in the broadcast studio, so much so that you'll see totally different scenes. But how am I going to know the difference? Did it? Heck. Okay. Unbelievable. A profitable partnership. After a particularly long day at work, you come home to find the post sorted into piles as Sam has taken to doing recently. Most of it is the usual rubbish, but a letter with the increasingly familiar Advance logo and urgent respond immediately posture on the front and a correspondingly urgent red font grabs your attention. Best to get it over with. Dear Mr. Winston, residents, this letter is to inform you that the Advance government has taken another step forwards in our fight for equality by nationalizing the largest private corporations and redistributing their resources among the citizens of this great country. The Partnership Bonds program ensures that wealth created by the people is delivered to the people. You don't remember this being the manifesto? Nationalizing. See? That's how it starts. You know, doesn't it feel like we're a little close to this now? Doesn't it feel like we're getting kind of close to this again? Every household will become a partner in one of 3 carefully selected institutions chosen by Advance for consistent high performance and financial security. Please note, all returns are based on public opinion and cannot be guaranteed. Please select one of the followings. Eye of the Beholder, Incorporated. Whether it's cosmetics, clothing, or couture, we see the beauty in all our customers. What? Neil's Limited Deals. It's always a steal from Crazy Neil. Pleasure Core. Our business is your pleasure, from sport to travel, or even just some you time. You can't say pleasure without leisure. What now? Oh, I have to be a partner with one of these guys. Let's go with Pleasure Core. Thank you for making your selection. Please return this form using the envelope provided. Okay, that's going to be funny because I'm going to see that show up in some of the commercials and stuff. You'll receive a report from your partnerships in 3 to 6 working months. Or the next section of this game. It seems even Advance can't defeat the quagmire of governmental bureaucracy. Partnership. The future of this nation is in partnership. Forwards together. Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. Just how much influence could you have? I don't know. A teenage rebellion. Oh boy, more story. I'm starting to get rich. Look at that. I didn't even notice. You step out of your old car in silence. Sam slams the door and you wince, hoping the door won't come off its hinges. You don't say anything. Now's not the time. As you approach the front desk, you feel physically sick. How come? The police officer asks you to wait. Eventually, after what seems like eternity, your daughter is brought out by an officer with a kind face. She's a good kid, but if we pick her up for graffiti again, we'll have to charge her. You nod and apologize on Susie's behalf as Sam hugs your shell-shocked daughter. As you shake her hand, the officer lowers her voice. keep her away from that boy, and I think she'll be fine. What boy? Graffiti? That's just street art, man. In the car, you attempt to broach the subject, but Susie refuses to say a word. After a while, you give up your questions about who this boy might be and just drive. Hours later, you stare at the ceiling, worrying. The stillness in the bedroom is the only sign that Sam is also wide awake. Who is Susie hanging out with? Why is she acting out? Neither of you are going to sleep tonight. I'm getting absolute deja vu of the first time I played this with Daniel. I didn't have the patience for that last time. And I don't think I know that this game probably had limitations, but it wouldn't have taken much to get some of those actors to do the voiceover for it. It would have been so much more compelling. I guess if you're playing this by yourself, you can just read it and not worry about it. Okay, what am I doing here? I want to go, this way. Oh, wait. You know what? Stop. Oh. Hold on. This whole time, you guys, I didn't have the. I know there's not voiceover, so we didn't screw up. There's probably some background music and such, but let's go back and retry from checkpoint. No, wait a minute. Do I want to resume?
Choice for the other two, so read those tape labels carefully, but make sure you play the advance advert, preferably at the second break. Right, that's the lot. Have a great show. Total pimp. My God, that weather looks nasty.
Wait, how do I hear that again? I want to hear that again. Hey, friendship. What's that? How come that's... What's this all about? It's another final at 11. Oh, I have 4 minutes. What am I supposed to do? Adverts? The joy of screws. Oh.
Tonight, in an exclusive live interview with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, I'll be asking what this mysterious symbol might mean.
After 3 months of record-breaking approval ratings, could this be the daring first move of a silent resistance movement? And what would that mean as we go into the future?
We shall overcome. Trapped in Dante's taint for more than a month now, doctors Ingrid Sportsboard and Horgensvoord and David Wong announced today that they're considering 2 possible options.
With 2 of the finest minds in science working together, hopes are still high
I don't know what
for
I'm
the
doing.
eventual return of the team to dry land.
Without enough engineers to successfully fix their craft, the team seem likely to attempt to farm the cavern's ecosystem while they wait for rescue from above ground. I think I'll stick to risotto, Jeremy.
LaBeouf avoided. As the last Mr. Snugglehogs is found and destroyed, we ask, how could we have been so blind?
Fortunately, this station wisely chose not to advertise Mr. Snugglehugs, and the subsequent disappointing sales turned out to be a miracle, as only 7 children were horribly injured by the lethal toy. How much worse could it have been? Thankfully, we'll never know.
Questions have been raised about the government's judgment, with Prime Minister Peter Clement forced to apologise this morning for seeming to endorse a self-combusting plaything in this publicity shot taken last Christmas. Let's hope his niece recovers quickly.
Table for 2. Johnny Hamsleys and Tiffany Lamore were spotted having a private moment out at lunch today.
The popular couple have certainly been on a roller coaster since they started dating late last year. And this image is sure to place them firmly back in the tabloids.
Johnny's secretive hospital visits have had the rumour mill churning. I think it's safe to say that they're not looking at his school report.
is this once celebrated role model about to become the bad boy of sport?
And onwards and upwards. In an attempt to put the Mr. Snugglehugs disaster behind them, Rimington's Fist CEO Sophia Rimington today announced a brand new product that already has the markets buzzing with interest.
This groundbreaking product came as quite a shock when it was revealed earlier today, though its critics are skeptical that the young CEO can fulfill her promises.
Described as a breakthrough far ahead of its time, the male contraceptive pill is heralding a sexual revolution. Its fans are celebrating the fact that men can finally take equal responsibility for contraception, but others have expressed concerns over its safety and side effects.
An exclusive Prime Ministerial interview coming up later.
And our very own Patrick Bannon live at the first annual Sportsboard final.
You won't want to miss a second of tonight's National
Night
Night
News.
30 seconds back. Did you see that? I just felt a drip on my head. Makeup.
I don't have anything in the. Oh no, I'm screwing up. I'm trying.
We're going in 5,
What is happening?
4, 3.
Oh my god, I'm terrible.
But first tonight, while Advance is certainly proving popular with the majority of the country, who've seen their wealth and standards of living increase considerably, for some, the transition has not been as pleasant.
That's right, Megan. The formerly aristocratic members of our society have had to make major adjustments to
Yeah, I'm
come
going to
to
restart
terms
this
with the
checkpoint.
new
Gotta
regime.
go.
Robin Short
Good
is
call.
in
Let's do
suburbia
it.
investigating rumours that
This
these
was too.
previously...
All right. We're going to go retry from the checkpoint. Okay, I got to hear this whole thing. All right, sorry, everyone. That was just a little much. What I'd actually like to do, if I can, let's go back from the step point, yes. But before I do that, can I watch... Can't I watch... Okay, that was a little overwhelming. All right, let's do it. Here we go.
Getting the adverts loaded, I thought I should just tell you that we've had one of those public information films from the government, and it's mandatory that you play it. You still have a free choice for the other two, so read those tape labels carefully, but make sure you play the advance advert, preferably at the second break. Right, that's the lot. Have a great show. Total pimp. My god, that weather looks nasty.
Who was that person supposed to be? All right, I want to still stop this. Am I not able to look at my... Okay, I guess not. I want to be able to watch my old the commercials. I didn't get to see the last broadcast I did. How do I do that? All right. Okay. Yeah, okay, so I guess I can't. I guess I can't go to main menu. Can I go to main menu? No. Okay. I guess we go back. All right, so I got to do this again. I need to get the... Okay, so let's do this. Go down. I need the advance. That's going in the second one. Oh, I need to do that. Turn it on. Turn everything on.
10 seconds, everybody. Like I said, all of you.
Did your personality accidentally slip out?
Pricks.
10
Going in
seconds.
5, 4, 3.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Dawson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
Uncooperative. A mysterious symbol has appeared overnight on thousands of buildings throughout the capital.
Tonight, in an exclusive live interview with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, I'll be asking what this mysterious symbol might mean.
Critics have been quick to dismiss the graffiti as a publicity stunt or an act of frustration by a tiny disorganized group of those who will never, under any circumstances, be content.
We shall overcome. Trapped in Dante's taint for more than a month now, doctors Ingrid Sportsborg and David Wong announced today that they're considering two possible options.
With two of the finest minds in science working together, hopes are
don't know.
still high for the
I don't know
eventual
what-
return of the team to dry land.
While both options are still on the table, support seems to be growing for a daring escape attempt. If a group of fungus experts can't fix the most advanced craft ever conceived by man, then who can?
Bloodbath avoided. As the last Mr. Snugglehogs is found and destroyed, we ask, how could we have been so blind?
Fortunately, this station wisely chose not to advertise Mr. Snugglehugs, and the subsequent disappointing sales turned out to be a miracle, as only 7 children were horribly injured by the lethal toy. How much worse could it have been? Thankfully, we'll never know.
Questions have been raised about the government's judgment, with Prime Minister Peter Clement forced to apologise this morning for seeming to endorse the self-combusting plaything in this publicity shot taken last Christmas. Let's hope his niece recovers quickly.
Table for 2. Johnny Hamsleeves and Tiffany Lamore were spotted having a private moment out at lunch today.
The popular couple have certainly been on a roller coaster since they started dating late last year. And this image is sure to place them firmly back in the tabloids.
Johnny's secretive hospital visits have had the rumour mill churning. I think it's safe to say that they're not looking at his school report.
Is this once celebrated role model about to become the bad boy of sport?
And onwards and upwards. In an attempt to put the Mr. Snugglehugs disaster behind them, Remington's Fist CEO Sophia Remington today announced a brand new product that already has the markets buzzing with interest.
This groundbreaking product came as quite a shock when it was revealed earlier today, though its critics are skeptical that the young CEO can fulfill her promises.
Oh no,
When
you
only
did the wrong
a
one.
Flard will do, you need the Flardmaster 5000. That's the slogan accompanying the announcement that has rocked the construction industry this morning. The breakthrough device for aiding in installation is sure to change the way we see the humble Flard.
The humble Flard.
That exclusive prime ministerial interview coming up later.
And our very own Patrick Bannon live at the first annual Sportsboard final.
You won't want to miss a second of tonight's
National Nightly News.
Okay, good. I'm doing good.
It's bloody lovely and
Oh,
spread.
shoot. Oops. Sorry. Interference. Oh, yeah. Right. I forgot. Oh, I don't know how to do this again. I forgot. Oh, yeah. There's supposed to be a way to do this with my...
But first tonight, while Advance is certainly proving popular with the majority of the country, who've seen their wealth and standards of living increase considerably, for some, the transition has not been as pleasant.
That's right, Megan. The formerly aristocratic members of our society have had to make major adjustments to come to terms with the new regime.
Robin Short is in suburbia investigating rumours that these previously privileged people may be planning some kind of protest. Robin?
Thanks, Megan. I'm here in Moderate Hatchings to talk to Wentworth and Penelope Somerset Bentley, who were relocated to the house you see behind me after Advance passed the Assets and Wealth Act on their first day in office. Tell me, how are you settling into your new lives?
Well, quite frankly, Robin, we're not settling in at all. Our neighbours are whitewatters.
It's simply untenable. I hope you'll forgive my language, but it's as steaming as a Wednesday hatch basket with too much spatting.
Steady now, Penelope. Sorry, Robin, my sister's
What?
under a lot of pressure.
Oh, there's some censoring.
She had to
Yeah.
dress herself this morning, and she still hasn't quite recovered, Robin.
My goodness, that must have been quite a shock.
She really struggles with ribbons, Robin.
Well, at least you've been rehoused in a nice big house.
Big house? This grubby little gaddispatch only has one staircase.
And the breakfast room and the dining room and the
Breakfast
same bloody
room.
place. Imagine that. Having all one's grub in one room. One room, Robin.
So what would you say to the people that feel that your family has had it far too easy for far too long, and that these redistributions are both fair and just?
I hardly think we've had it easy for fussle's sake. Only one of our swimming pools was even heated.
Oop.
But realistically, what can you do?
Well, you've asked the right waddy question, Robin.
Thank
The
you,
white
Wentworth.
bloody
I wasn't
question,
the youngest
Robin.
ever editor of the Swinstead Middle School Inquirer for no reason.
I think our toilet butler was from Swinstead. Dear George. Oh, I wonder what happened to him. I remember! Daddy tried to shoot him in the buttocks and he ran off into the woods.
Oh, good times.
Oh, that's probably my last happy memory, Robin.
I have no idea what they're
But
saying.
what can you do?
I have no idea what they're saying.
Rise and rebel. We wage war on our revolting rulers with righteous words and rebellious writings. Our best guess in our quest for redress is to divest our breasts.
We swallowing.
Oh, what's that?
How will we?
Daddy! Daddy, it's
Daddy!
starting!
Please don't do that. We can't show this on the news.
Right, you buggers! Carry on!
Oh no.
Hey, get the
Oops.
dog!
Tilly's our mum.
Oh my gosh.
Right off too.
Well, at least you are showing some shame.
Oh my gosh.
Free at last!
Oh no, I'm watching. Sorry, wait.
See the princess?
Ah. No.
Nice soft work, boy!
Oh no, I'm gonna screw up. I'm screwing up.
And forgive me, what are you trying to achieve here?
We just want to be flooding well heard. That's
Oh,
Language, Penelope! We are nude, not rude.
I cannot watch any
We
of
want
this.
the world to realise we won't roll over and run away. We will revolt. We will rise again.
Yes, we bloody
Oh
will!
my gosh, this is
We'll
crazy.
Puff and piff pop!
Are you okay?
What is happening?
Shut up and get your
Well, Jeremy, Megan, as this embryonic protest movement takes one in the top legs, it's back to you in the
get the
studio.
dog.
I'm Robin Short.
I have got to watch what we just did.
In moderate hatchings.
Oh my gosh, I can't. If you guys play this game, then you just you can't pay attention to anything that's happening. Your brain just overloads. Oh, I think I'm broadcast failed. What did I do wrong? You lost the audience because you showed too much footage that was not for broadcast. Use the lights under the small TV screens to help you. Okay. I'm just gonna. This is life in Britain. You could switch off the interference thing in options. You know, Whitefinch, I think I'm gonna do that. It's fun to be overwhelmed. But let's see. Yeah, let's do that. Before I do that. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Thanks for asking for controls. Nope. That's not what I want. Audio, graphics. Back. What is it? Audio, game, graphics. How do you turn it off? Yeah, it's so hard not to get distracted. You can switch off the interference thing in options. Where are options? Controls, interference, accessibility, game. Gamepad rumble, interference sensitivity. Do I just turn this off? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Difficulty, easy. Auto sensor, hardcore mode. Interference. Easy. So I guess I would have to just go straight to story? Is that what that is? All right. Whitefinch, if you know how to turn it off, I can't tell if it's turned off by just turning the sensitivity down. I don't think that's it. I think I probably have to go straight to story mode, but I don't know if that's true. Advanced settings, accessibility menu. Let's go. There's my advanced settings. I think it's this. I can't do anything with this though. If I go story. Oh yeah, then interference is disabled. Electrocution, snuggle hugs, and overheat. Yeah, you know, let's just go story for now. I want to experience this a little bit. Okay, for now, let's see.
Getting the adverts loaded, I thought I should just tell you that we've had one of those public information films from the government, and it's mandatory that you play it. You still have a free choice for the other two, so read those tape labels carefully, but make sure you play the advance advert, preferably at the second break. Right, that's the lot. Have a great show. Total pip. My God,
Total
that
pip.
was nasty.
What's I supposed to do here? I think
Oh, how's
check
it going with Steve?
Why are all men such pricks?
That well, eh?
Apparently he has a complicated relationship with his fish.
I don't know.
Sorry, are you saying he chose his imaginary friend in the sky over you?
I don't know why I talked to you.
It probably is a really awful date.
10 seconds, everybody. Like I said, all of you.
Did your personality accidentally slip out?
Pricks. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main
gonna try to be
stories
really good.
tonight.
Uncooperative. A mysterious symbol has appeared overnight on thousands of buildings throughout the capital.
Tonight, in an exclusive live interview with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, I'll be asking what this mysterious symbol might mean.
Critics have been quick to dismiss the graffiti as a publicity stunt or an act of frustration by a tiny,
screwed up.
disorganized group of those who will never, under any circumstances.
I screwed up. I should have done it on the
We
big thing.
shall overcome. Trapped in Dante's taint for more than a month now, doctors Ingrid Sportsboard and Horgensboard and David Wong announced today that they're considering 2 possible options.
With 2 of the finest minds in science working together, hopes are still high for the eventual return of the team to dry land.
While both options are still on the table, support seems to be growing for a daring escape attempt. If a group of
I don't know
experts
which
can't
one
fix
was
the
better.
most
Escape is
advanced
probably
craft
better.
ever conceived by man,
Let's escape
then
this
who
regime.
can?
Bloodbath avoided, as the last Mr. Snugglehogs is found and destroyed.
I don't get
We
this
ask,
one.
How could we have been so blind?
Fortunately, this station wisely chose not to advertise Mr. Snugglehugs, and the subsequent disappointing sales turned out to be a miracle, as only 7 children were horribly injured by the lethal toy. How much worse could it have been? Thankfully, we'll never know.
Questions have been raised about the government's judgment, with Prime Minister Peter Clement forced to apologise this morning for seeming to endorse the self-combusting plaything in this publicity shot taken last Christmas. Let's hope his niece recovers quickly.
Table for 2. Johnny Hamsleeves and Tiffany Lamore were spotted having
like
a
this
private moment out at lunch today.
The popular couple have certainly been on a roller coaster since they started dating late last year, and this image is sure to place them firmly back in the tabloids.
Johnny's secretive hospital visits have had the rumour mill churning. I think it's safe to say that they're not looking at his school report.
Is this once celebrated role model about to become
That's
the
still
belle
hard.
of sport?
And onwards and upwards. In an attempt to put the Mr. Snugglehugs disaster behind them, Remington's
not gonna
fifth
worry about listening
CEO
to them.
Sophia
I'm just gonna
Remington
try to do a
today
good
announced a
broadcast.
brand new product that already has the markets buzzing with interest.
This groundbreaking product came as quite a shock when it was revealed earlier today, though its critics are sceptical that the young CEO can fulfill her promises.
Described as a breakthrough far ahead of its time, the male contraceptive pill is
really
heralding
cool
a
how
sexual
quickly they can,
revolution. Its fans are celebrating the fact that men can
swap out
finally
those
take
2 options.
equal responsibility for contraception. But others have expressed concerns over its safety and side effects.
With that exclusive Prime Ministerial interview coming up later.
And our very own Patrick Bannon live at the first annual Sportsboard final.
You won't want to miss a second of tonight's
National Nightly News.
Good, I did it. I did it. I don't have to worry about the interference. I can watch what they're doing a little bit. There's some water coming in. She's upset. They don't like each other. They're snide. It's a great little music and little montage. It's very, look at, it's really good. Okay, here we go. No, it's nice not to have to do the interference.
But
Who's next?
first tonight, while Advance is certainly proving popular with the majority of the country, who've seen their wealth and standards of living increase considerably, for some, the transition has not been as pleasant.
That's right, Megan. The formerly aristocratic members of our society have had to make major adjustments to come to terms with the new regime.
Robin Short is in suburbia investigating rumours that these previously privileged people may be planning some kind of protest. Robin?
Thanks, Megan.
So now I just gotta
I'm
censor.
here in Moderate Hatchings to talk to Wentworth and Penelope Somerset Bentley, who were relocated to the house you see behind me after Advance passed the Assets and Wealth Act on their
I didn't hear
first
any
day
of this
in
before.
office. Tell me, how are you settling into your new lives?
Well, quite frankly, Robin, we're not settling in at all. Our neighbours are whitewatters.
It's simply untenable. I hope you'll forgive my language, but it's as steaming as a Wednesday hatch basket with too much spatting.
Steady now, Penelope. Sorry, Robin, my sister's under a lot of
Robin.
pressure. She had to dress herself this morning and she still hasn't quite recovered, Robin.
My goodness, that must have been quite a shock.
She really struggles with women's, Robin.
Wibbins
Well, at least
Wobbin.
you've been rehoused in a nice big
It's good
house.
writing.
Big house? This grubby little gaddis spatch only has one staircase.
And the breakfast room and the dining room in the same bloody place. Imagine that, having all one's grub in one room. One room, Robin.
Grub in one
So
room.
what would you say to the people that feel that your family has had it far too easy for
This
far
is so
too
good.
long, and that these redistributions are both fair and just?
I hardly think
Good
we had this
actors.
housing for fussle's sake. Only one of our swimming pools was even heated.
But realistically, what can you do?
Well, you've asked the right waddy question, Robin.
Thank you, Wentworth. I wasn't the youngest ever editor of the Swinstead Middle School Inquirer for no reason.
I think our toilet butler was from Swinstead. Dear George.
Our toilet butler.
I wonder what happened to him. I remember! Daddy tried to shoot him in the buttocks and he ran off into the woods.
Oh, good times.
Oh, that's probably my last happy memory, Robin.
My last happy
Tragic.
memory.
But what can you do?
We will rise and rebel. We wage war on our revolting rulers with righteous words.
I wasn't
and
able to hear
rebellious
any of this
writings.
stuff.
Our best guess in our quest for redress is to divest our
It does
and
make a
our best
difference
friends
when you only have to do one thing and not.
Daddy! Daddy, it's
Daddy!
something!
Please don't do that. We can't show this on the news.
Right, you buggers! Carry home! Tilly! Get the dog!
Tilly's our mummy. She's proper cracked off too.
Well, at least you are showing some shame.
Free at last!
Somerset Bentley, glad to meet you. See, the protest has started already. Nice sharp work, boy.
Thanks, Daddy.
He gets that from me, you know.
Nice shot.
And forgive me, what are you trying to achieve here?
We just want to be fudding well heard, that's all.
Language, Penelope. We are nude, not rude.
Sorry, Daddy.
We want the world to realise we won't roll over and run away.
Yeah.
We will revolt. We will rise again.
Yes, we bloody well will.
Oh my gosh.
Puff and piff pop.
Oh my gosh.
Daddy, how could you?
Oh, shut up and get your
Well,
mum.
Jeremy, Megan, as this embryonic protest movement takes one in the toxins, it's nice
I'll
you're in the
get the
studio.
dog.
I'm Robin Short, struggling surreptitiously in moderate hatching.
Oh, I'm supposed to go. These
Thanks,
guys.
Robin. Well, that's certainly a story we want to be keeping an eye on, eh, Megan?
Speak for yourself there, Jeremy, but I've seen enough shaft work to last me a lifetime.
I'm sure you have. But can a naked protest movement ever really catch on? It doesn't seem like the way we do things in this country.
But as I'm sure you're aware, Jeremy, this country is becoming a very different place.
Yes, but seriously, who's going to run around naked in our weather?
Oh, hopefully not you, Jeremy.
Yes, well, there wouldn't be enough canvas for the slogans.
When we come back, our very own Patrick Bannon will be live from the Sportsboard finals. Stick around, you won't want to miss it.
We'll be
Sportsboard
back
finals.
after these messages.
1 minute.
Oh, what's going on? Why don't I have? Don't I have? Come on. Oh, we gotta go B. Oh no! Where is it? Where's the message? What happened? Wait. Wait! I don't want to have to do this again. No. Okay, wait. What happened? Because I had the adverts in there. It's down on the VHS. Here's a. Oh, this is frustrating. This is super frustrating. Shoot. I got all the way through it. What? I had to push the green buttons on the right.
Adverts loaded. I thought I should just tell you that we've had one of those public information films from the government, and it's mandatory that you
So
play
wait.
it. You still have a free choice for the other two
That goes there.
Those tape labels carefully,
yeah.
but make sure you play the advance advert.
Ah, this is frustrating.
Right, that's the lot. Have a great show. Total pimp. My God, that weather looks nasty.
Who's this guy, by the way? He's not the same dude as before.
That one, eh?
With screws. Let's do that.
Sorry, are you saying he chose his imaginary friend
So,
in the sky?
if I push the green button, that doesn't do anything. It's not here.
10 seconds, everybody. Like I said, all of you.
Did your personality accidentally slip out?
Pricks. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
Dang it.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
Uncooperative. A mysterious symbol has appeared overnight on thousands of buildings throughout the capital.
Tonight, in an exclusive live interview with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, I'll be asking what this mysterious symbol might mean.
After 3 months of record-breaking approval ratings, could this be the daring first move of a silent resistance
I don't see
movement?
where I turn
And
on
what
the
would that mean
thing.
as we
There's
go
the
into
sensor.
future?
There's no button. It was
We
just...
shall overcome. Trapped in Dante's taint for more than a month now, doctors Ingrid Sportsboard and Horgensford and David Wong announced today that they're considering 2 possible options.
With 2 of the finest minds in
I don't
science
know how to-
working together, hopes are still high for the eventual return of the
Bozeman,
team
my
to dry
boss.
While both options are still on the table, support seems to be growing for a daring escape attempt. If a group of fungus experts can't fix the most advanced craft ever conceived by man, then who can?
LaBeouf avoided, as the last Mr. Snugglehogs is found and destroyed.
I still
We
think
ask,
I have the right
how could we have been
image
so
here.
blind?
Fortunately, this station wisely chose not to advertise Mr. Snugglehugs, and the subsequent disappointing sales turned out to be a miracle, as only 7 children were horribly injured by the lethal toy. How much worse could it have been? Thankfully, we'll never know.
Questions have been raised about the government's judgment, with Prime Minister
edit.
Peter Clement forced to apologise this morning for seeming to endorse a self-combusting plaything in this publicity shot taken last Christmas. Let's hope his niece recovers quickly.
So let's get to the first commercial.
Johnny Hamsleeves and Tiffany Lamour were spotted having a private moment out at lunch today.
The popular couple have certainly been on a roller coaster since they started dating late last year, and this image is sure to place them firmly back in the tabloids.
Johnny's secretive hospital visits have had the rumour mill churning. I think it's safe to say that they're not looking at his school report.
Is his once celebrated role model about to become the bad boy of sport?
And onwards and upwards. In an attempt to put the Mr. Snugglehugs disaster behind them, Remington's Fist CEO Sophia Remington
Remington's
today
Fist.
announced a brand new product that already has the markets buzzing with interest.
This groundbreaking product came as
I
quite
like
a
that
shock when
better.
it was revealed earlier today, though its critics are sceptical that the young CEO can fulfill her promises.
Described as a breakthrough far ahead of its time, the male contraceptive pill is heralding a sexual revolution. Its fans are celebrating the fact that
The
men
ad
can
buttons are
finally
in
take
right
equal
after the
responsibility for
interference
contraception.
screen.
But others have
Oh,
expressed
thank you.
concerns over its safety and side effects.
With that exclusive prime ministerial interview coming up later.
And our very own Patrick Bannon live at the first annual Sportsboard final.
You won't want to miss a second of tonight's
National Nightly News.
Okay, so there's that. So this is National Nightly News. Okay, so this isn't a commercial. This is just the opening of the thing. Okay, I get it now. So, shoot. All right. That's all right. I'm getting the hang of it a little bit. Sorry, it might be boring for you dudes.
But first tonight, while Advance is certainly proving popular with the majority of the country,
Right.
who've seen their wealth and standards of living increase considerably, for some, the transition has not been as pleasant.
That's right, Megan. The formerly aristocratic members of our society have had to make major adjustments to come to terms with the new regime.
Robin Short is in suburbia investigating rumours that these previously privileged people may be planning some kind of protest. Robin?
Thanks, Megan. I'm
Okay.
here in Moderate Hatchings to talk to
So
Wentworth
people
and
are
Penelope
not
Somerset
happy
Bentley,
with
who were
this
relocated to the house you
new
see behind me
governmental-
after Advance passed the Assets and Wealth Act on their first day in office.
Assets
Tell me,
and Wealth
how are you
Act.
settling into your new lives?
Well, quite frankly, Robin, we're not settling in at all. Our neighbours are whitewatters.
It's simply untenable.
So
I hope
these
you'll
were
forgive my language,
previously
but it's
wealthy,
steaming in the
rich
Wednesday
people
hatch
that
basket
had
with too
been
much spatting.
Steady now, Penelope. Sorry,
told to
Robin, my sister's
live
under a lot of
amongst
pressure.
all the
She had to
commoners,
press
and they're
herself
having a
this
very
morning,
hard
she
time
still
with it,
hasn't
and they
quite
want
recovered.
to. They
My
want
goodness, that
to.
must have been quite a shock.
She really struggles with women's, Robin.
Well, at least you've been rehoused in a nice big house.
Big house? This grubby little dadispatch only has one staircase.
And the breakfast room and the dining room are the same bloody place. Imagine that, having all one's grub in one room. One womb.
One
Robin.
womb.
So what would you say to the people that feel that your family has had it far too easy for far too long, and that these redistributions
Even
are
though
both
I can hear them,
fair
I'm not
and
worried
just?
about
I
interference.
hardly think we've had it easy for
I
fuck's
haven't
sake. Only
fully
one of our
focused
swimming pools was even heated.
But realistically, what can you do?
the content.
Well, you've asked the right
I will.
bloody question, Robin.
When I eventually
Thank you,
get to.
Wentworth. I wasn't the youngest ever editor of the Swinstead Middle School Inquirer for no reason.
I think our toilet butler was from Swinstead. Dear George. Oh, I wonder what happened to him. Daddy tried to shoot him in the buttocks and he ran off into the woods.
Oh, good times.
Oh, that's probably
Good
my
times.
last happy memory, Robin.
Tragic, but what can you do?
We will rise and rebel. We wage war on our revolting rulers with righteous words and rebellious writings.
They're
Our
great.
best guess in our quest for redress is to divest our breast in an undressed bare chest protest.
Oh, what's that?
Daddy! Daddy, it's
Daddy!
Daddy!
Oh my gosh.
Don't do that. We can't show this on the news.
Right, you buggers! Carry home! Tilly! Get the dog!
Tilly's our mummy. She's proper cracked off too.
Well, at least you are showing some shame.
Proper cracked or off. Whoop.
Somerset Bentley, glad to meet you. See, the protest has started already. Nice
I'm getting a lot
shot,
of viewers, it looks
boy.
like.
Thanks, Daddy.
He gets that from me, you know.
And forgive me, what are you trying to achieve here?
We just want to be thudding well heard, that's all.
Language, Penelope. We are nude, not rude.
Sorry, Daddy.
We want the world to realise we won't roll over and run away. We will revolt. We will rise again.
Yes, we bloody well will. Stuff and piff pop.
Nope, screwed up. I was trying to.
Jeremy, Megan, as Thompson, it's back here in the studio. I'm Robin Short, struggling surreptitiously in moderate hatchings.
Thanks, Robin. Well, that's certainly a story we want to be keeping an eye on, eh, Megan?
I should bleep myself.
There, Jeremy, but I've seen enough shaft work to last me a lifetime.
I'm sure you have. But can a naked protest movement ever really catch on? It doesn't seem like the way we do things in this country.
But as I'm sure you're aware, Jeremy, this country is becoming a very different place.
Yes, but seriously, who's going to run around naked in our weather?
Well, hopefully not you, Jeremy.
Yes, well, there wouldn't be enough canvas for the slogans.
When we come back, our very own Patrick Bannon will be live from the Sportsboard finals. Stick around, you won't want to miss it.
We'll be back after these messages.
I have to hit A
1 minute
now.
back. Oh, sorry, I'm busting. Oh,
Okay, good. I did good.
She's
Okay.
funny.
Yes, I know. I think it's very endearing.
She wants your job.
She's welcome to it. Why is it raining on my desk?
No signal.
Alex, Boson, we're getting reports in that naked protesters might try and spoil the Sportsboard final by waving their fleshy bits about. Try and make sure you don't broadcast it. It's
Oh,
6
no.
p.m. for God's sake. No one wants to see fannies on the news.
All
Boson
right.
out.
Okay. Good to know. I kind of remember this dumb sport game that they do where they're just trying to throw something into a trash can or something. The nut shortage, this detailed guide. Okay. It does look like it was fun for them to make. I think, this is the part of this game that is just so unbelievable. Like, it's so well written.
Yes, I understand that, but I always
So
say welcome
unique.
back.
think we should just keep it as it is.
Well, of course you do. I've got one hack line.
What's that supposed to mean? I didn't write it, Jeremy.
That's all right, fine. Jenny, there's something wrong with the auto cue.
10 seconds.
Oh, I just felt a drip again. Have they not fixed this?
Want to see us fry? It's good for the ratings.
5, 4, 3.
What's his bucket doing there?
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. I'm Megan Wolf. Coming up later, we'll be speaking to the Prime Ministers about their exciting new healthcare facilities, transition centres.
Nice to see they care.
You're absolutely right, Jeremy. But first, we're going now to our own Patrick Bannon, who's reporting live from the finals of the new game that's gripping the nation, Sportsboard. Patrick?
That's right, Megan.
Shoot,
you
I'm
joined me
screwing
live
it
for
up.
the final of the first annual Sportsboard Championship. It's been a hotly contested competition so far.
Dang it, I'm terrible.
It's fair to say these two have been dancing around each other all season. First up, we have Eddie Striker. She's the more experienced of our two players today. Striker has got an accuracy of 7, a danger rating of K, and a 12-month driving ban. Striker's known for her signature move, the lanky hamster. And facing her tonight, hoping to prove himself with a career record of 12 outs, 14 finishes, and a divorce pending, it's Mr. Wingspan himself, Tommy, the Fingernail Harris. Just waiting on the ref now. The slapping ceremony is taking part. Still going on. Striker go first. Striker, of course, first to start as she won the trivia round earlier on by some margin. Harris, perhaps the brawn and not the brains. Stupid. Eddie Striker. Nice start there from Striker. She's determined not to let the nerves show. Not after last time.
Oh my gosh, I'm so bad.
On to Mr. Harris now. Tommy.
Okay, let's do that. Next
Using
one
his arm
is-
to pick up the ball. Not a bad shot there from Harris. Back to Striker for shots number 3. All right. She's gone to sort of throwing under her legs. Not bad if you ask me.
Was there contact? Don't know why you complained. To Harris.
Bit of business with the ref, but it got sorted out. Back to Harris now. A ball in the hand is worth 2 in the bush.
Football. Move back.
I'd say that's fair, but what do I know? Oh no, and Harris is not going to be happy with that. So really not a good start there for Tommy Harris in round 1. We can only hope that round 2 treats him a bit better.
This game was so bad.
First, of course, after the argument with the ref section, it's time to change ends. Now we have the ceremonial changing of the ends.
God, this is terrible.
And of course, now they go back to the starting positions, as that makes sense. Striker giving it large.
Second round, double. Harris.
Winter round 2 now with Harris. Okay, we seem to have some sort of streak on.
Oh, no. Here we go.
As we broadcast any of that stuff, she appears to have some organs across her breasts and arms. Try and ignore all of that security. I'm sure we're going to take them out as possible. Apologise if we broadcast any of that. As I said, we're going to get the situation resolved as soon as possible. They're trying to carry on play, but it's proving a bit difficult, and I'm struggling to follow. Because it's quite an eyesore, and women's bodies, yeah. All right, great. Okay, so back into round 2 now, and Harris absolutely determined to close that massive gap.
Oh my gosh. This is hilarious.
Eddie Striker. No, it's just some of the tightest play I've seen ever. Harris. And was that the fitted thumb screw? We haven't seen that since the Heats. What a brilliant move. Back to Striker. And we know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. That is, of course, the ground sound.
What's going on?
Excellent bit of play here on both sides of the bucket. I don't know about you at home, but I'm finding the technical mastering display here absolutely blooming jaw-dropping. The ref has spotted something in Harris's neck or head. And Harris is having an absolute shocker. What a miserable start there for Tommy Harris. But he is a late bloomer, of course, the boys said that. And after all, it is a game of 2 halves. 4 rounds and 7 subgenres. But now, of course, it's time for the half-time show. Sponsored by Brimington Smith.
What's happening?
On my whistle.
Must be some music here to start the half-time show. Okay, another posh protest.
Oh no!
Here.
Oh no!
We apologise for that.
We'll do
our best to shield you from having to look directly at it. Is running around here with his genitals on display for all to see.
Oh no!
and ruining what was shaping up to be quite the dance interlude there.
No.
Now he's thrusting himself in Harris's face, security, and the bucket has been knocked over. I cannot stand it when the bucket gets knocked over. Hopefully he'll get taken out now. Genitals flying around for all to see. Really, if you ask me, not Sunday morning television. And out of there, hopefully taken away, never to be seen again.
Final poses. We cannot be in the final pose.
This is so ridiculous.
And a lovely finish there on both sides of the bucket. I wouldn't like to call that one. And as we head into round 3, I'd love to know what's going on in these two players' heads. But unfortunately, because of science, we can't.
Thank you.
Because of science.
Not bad.
This is all happening in one take.
That ball boy's giving me the eye all day. I don't know what's going on there. Striker there, not a great start. She looks a bit flustered, I think, after all that swinging around. Back to Harris here. God, what I wouldn't give to be that ball. Am I right, ladies? Tommy Harris. And it dribbled down his arm, which is actually a really good move, because, of course, if it dribbles down his arm and goes on the floor, it's not going in the bucket. Back to Striker. And Striker's gone for the animal bonus there, but of course, perhaps... And yes, Harris has counted with a tiny bell. That is wonderful play. Of course, we've seen that before. Look
I have no idea what's going on. This is so ridiculous.
That could have been the clincher. What a massive shame.
Harris receives possession now.
Harris to serve now. Harris, of course, undefeated by Kestrel in his last 4 battles. So, here we go. Tommy Harris. That's all right. Not bad there. He threw it quite far away from him, which is quite a good idea. Very clever there. Perhaps a little contact. A caution from the referee, who's being, if you ask me, a little bit harsh. Ellie Striker. And she's let the nerves get to her. What the hell was that? You hate to see it, don't you? You cannot believe it. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, like... I mean, this is
oh, no.
I don't know what I can be doing about this. I mean, sort of breasts and genitals for all to see.
Oh, no.
There's only so much you can do. They're sort of everywhere, aren't they? All right, I'll try and carry on. The players are trying to carry on, but of course it's difficult because these protesters, hopefully we can get them taken off soon so we can carry on with the match. Okay, nonsense is going on here. Yes.
We want our money.
Yes, very good. Take them away. Bloody wasters, absolute wasters.
Oh, no.
This is the mine round.
It's an absolute bloody... Okay, and now we're going to go into the final round. And of course, as it's a Tuesday, the final round is a mime round. Who could believe it? Nice imaginary shot there from Harris.
Imaginary shot.
Really high-level play here from two absolute juggernauts of the sport.
Everybody's doing their job so well. I can't wait to watch this whole thing from
getting
the
moved
beginning.
back to its proper place. About time, if you ask me. She's juggling it around from her hands. Interesting. And she's put it in her mouth like as if it was an egg. And now she's and she's spat it out. She did the egg spit. So a wonderful move there. Quite late
She
on.
did the egg spit.
From Striker. But she's in it to win it. Harris's ball. On it like a car bonnet.
Car bonnet.
Tommy Harris here, having a bit of beef. And he's peeling it as if it were a banana, which is an interesting move. Not sure if he has any potassium or what's going on today with Harris. And he's throwing it, and the banana was the ball! What a fantastic move there from Harris. Unfortunately, that is the end. What a pathetic, there we go, Jeremy, that is over. How can he look his 8-year-old son in the face tonight? What a lump. We just have to wait for the referee now to announce it to make sure it is all official.
Contestants in, please. And the winner of the first annual Sportsboard Championship is everyone!
Okay, the ref has agreed once once again a win for everyone, including me as my 15th win in the Sportsboard Championship. I'm going to be celebrating tonight with my wife and children. Another wonderful victory for me. Here come the on-site security to collect their medals, their 6th and 7th respectively. And thanks again for watching the Sportsboard Championships. What more is there to say? I'm Patrick Bannon, looking forward to celebrating tonight. And all that's left to say, Jeremy, is back to you in the studio.
Patrick Bannon there at an extraordinary final.
Historic Sportsboard, Jeremy.
I didn't know you were a
Gosh,
fan.
I can't wait to watch
Yeah,
this
I
whole
can
thing.
wrench a doubler with the best of them, I'll have you know.
I certainly wouldn't bet against you.
When we come back, I'll be talking live with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter
What was
Clement,
that?
who apparently have a big announcement you wouldn't want to miss.
That's coming up after these messages.
Uh-oh.
1 minute back.
Fucking microphone shocked me.
What?
Okay.
Fucking microphone just shocked me. Where's that sound guy?
Are you scared?
Everything okay?
All right, I'm
the
gonna
mic's just trying to kill us now,
She's
Hannah.
trying, that's where the
You're
water's
fine.
coming from. That's
You're
what the bowl is for,
unshockable.
to catch
I'm
water.
immune to your cheap flattery.
I'm wearing you down.
Oh, this is hilarious. Okay. Uh-oh.
Word from the chaps in maintenance. The storm is playing havoc with the electrics, and you might notice the odd spark. Nothing to worry about. Happens all the time. Dave got shocked into a coma last year, but he was up and at 'em the next day. Anyway, our compensation package is parallel to none. Good luck. Bozeman out.
Sorry about all these buckets. We seem to have
All
sprung
right,
a leak.
guys.
Well, several,
I
actually.
You're gonna need a whole
am
new
going
lining up there.
to take a couple of second little break. I'll be back in less than a minute at the most. So talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go back to the starting soon. I'll do that, and I will do that. I'll turn the music off for now. I'll be right back. Okay. Bum-ba-dum, bum-ba-dum, bum-ba-dum. All right, I'm coming back. Okay. Let's go back to the game. There we go. All right. Yeah. Oh, it's the game. I'm like, what's that noise? Okay, so I can't wait to watch what we've just edited together here and watch the whole thing. It just looks so fun. Like they were having such a good time. They were all on the same page. All the actors were equally over the top, totally involved in the scene that they created. I'm really liking it a lot. Yeah, I think Oz, you just wrote editing is broadcast while editing a broadcast. That's true. Like as I was about to start this stream today, I'm dealing with, OBS, online broadcasting service or whatever it is. And so it's weird to be doing both at the same time. A game about broadcasting while I'm broadcasting. All right, let's go back. Here we go.
We'll look into it, Minister. It's so good to see you again.
Miss Wolfe, your star seems to be in the ascendant.
It's a great time to be alive.
Too bloody right, Peter Clement.
Megan Wolfe.
Oh, those are the two people from the...
You've got there.
She's tougher than she looks.
Those are the people that gave the... they're the leaders of the country
you
now.
are, pet.
They don't dress very well.
Is your seat done?
10 seconds, everybody.
No, mine's fine. Have you had a little accident?
Cheeky cow.
5, 4, 3.
Here we go.
Welcome back. I am delighted to be joined by Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. Welcome to the National Nightly News, Prime Ministers.
Oh, please, it's just Julia and Peter.
We don't believe much in titles. It doesn't seem very advanced.
We're delighted to be here.
Well, firstly, I should ask how you feel about the graffiti that's been springing up across the capital. Should we be worried?
Oh, no, you definitely shouldn't be worried.
Well, not unless you've got a fatal paint allergy, anyway.
But yes, it does seem that there are still some people we haven't been able to help.
You know, whingers mostly.
People who've yet to benefit from the many advantages of the new future.
And you know, Megan, as my old mum used to say, there are some pissants who just don't know how to be.
I did it.
We're working hard to reach these
forgot
people,
he's a-
find out
he's a
what they're
cursor.
angry about and how we can help. The door to my government is always open.
The water.
But we didn't come here to talk about what may yet turn out to be some alternative arts project.
Which we no doubt will have funded.
When we want to talk to the nation about something far more exciting.
Yes, your office briefed us that you have an announcement to make, but they were being surprisingly secretive about it.
Let me ask you a question, Megan.
Oh, okay, it's not usually how it works, but...
What scares you? I mean, really scares you?
It's death, Pet. She's talking about death.
We're all afraid of our deaths. It's part of being human.
Sorry, are you saying that Advance have cured death?
That'll be a vote winner. Yep, that was definitely a drop there.
But while we may not have cured death, we hope we found a way to make it much less scary.
And much less painful and much less expensive. Look, which is me close-up camera?
Oh,
Pet?
sorry, yes, it's camera 4 right there.
When I was 13, me mum came and got me from school. He was to go to the hospital. Me granddad, he'd collapsed that morning, so we'd all to say our goodbyes. And I went in to see him. He were all frail and pale. And I was scared because I'd only seen him the week before, and he'd been fit as fiddle. And he said to me, Peter, he said, it's the right time. I don't ever want to be a burden to the people I love.
Was that the last time you saw him?
Nope, 3 days later he were back home. He lived with us for 9 miserable years after that. He had to be fed with a rubber spoon. He had a commode, so he'd just take a shit right there in the lounge while we were watching football. He wouldn't even wait till half-time.
That sounds...
It was awful. It were awful for us, and this is the point. It were awful for him. He could see it was destroying me, man, watching him slowly fade away. And he would beg her to turn off his breathing equipment at night, but she couldn't, or she wouldn't. It were a crime, you see. And she didn't want to lose the children, as well as her old man.
Where did they come up
No
with
family
this
should
stuff?
have to suffer like Peter's did. And now no family will have to. The health service is today opening the first of 300 new transition centres.
The transition centres will handle everything for your last days. The legal, financial, medical and emotional costs are all catered for and paid for by the government. So even the poorest citizen gets to pass on with dignity when they choose.
And that choice is important. This is a service only for people who choose it. For people who feel they run their course and don't want to burden themselves or their families with a slow, long, humiliating decline.
This platform pack has just given me electric shock.
Are you okay?
I don't know, I think it fried my asshole.
Are we still on the air, Peter?
Yes, sorry, my apologies all.
Are you not worried that this new system might be open to abuse?
In what way?
Sorry, I've got sick again. Can I get a little bit of help here, please?
That the older generation might feel
This is
somewhat...
That one was massive. No, this bastard's coming off.
That the older generation might feel somewhat coerced.
Coerced into spending their final days eating gourmet food and drinking fine wine and luxury spas and gardens.
Look, I am perfectly capable of...
Mad grandmother with a rotted twat!
Prime Minister, please watch your language.
Oh my God.
For fuck's sake! Go get yourself sorted out.
Right.
We're launching a government information film tonight. It should tell your viewers everything they need to know.
You really do move at a breathless pace. It's hard to believe you've yet to be in office a year.
Oh, Megan, we're only getting started.
And on that note, thank you both so much for being here. Jeremy.
Right, yes, that's all we have time for tonight. Thank yous go out to our guests. Congratulations to all the winners at the Sportsboard final, and we'll see you tomorrow night at the same time. My name's Jeremy Donaldson. If you can, have a peaceful night.
And we're out. Good job, everybody.
So they just...
It seems so.
I don't suppose there's any way this could be a good thing.
It's for my nephew, so we transitioned the moment I saw the leak.
Oh, that was so great. I got an A+. A+. Yes, when you're on the easiest mode there is, you too can be an A student. All right, so now we absolutely have to. Okay, some rude words were broadcast. An interference-free show. Yeah, because I turned it off. A breathtakingly good edit. Thank you. The advert time was an embarrassment. What do you mean the advert timing? The timing. What do you mean? A+, A+, A+. All right. Let's go back. Continue. You have received a generous bonus. Current wealth starting to get rich. What? Multiple holidays. Shares, PC, RS. Continue. I want to see the... I'm doing good. Okay, good. We have to watch this. We got to watch the broadcast first, then we'll watch the rushes. Okay, here we go. Load tape.
We join Jeremy and the team. There's just time for a brief look at what's coming up later tonight on Channel 1. At 6:30, it's a brief history of Sportsboard, where Patrick Bannon will be taking a look at the surprising rise.
Okay. This is fun. So we're going to watch the whole thing. I will stop as necessary, and we'll move forward. It's going to be great. How's everybody doing? What's been going on? I haven't had a chance to look at the chat in a while because I was so busy watching this stuff. Learn the words. Mimes. The streakers. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. God, the actors are great, for sure. I am wondering how quickly one gets noticing burnout when doing this kind of cam switching job. It is fun and creative to an extent, but at some point you are feeling like automation. Yeah, and I'll bet a lot of it is automated at this point. Where's Jerry Springer when you need him? Hey, thanks for the editing. Yeah, I think I could have done better. I had nothing else to think of except for that. 3 easy modes: story mode, easy mode, and hard mode. There are 3 modes. Yeah. I'm on story mode. Started off on, no, there's a normal mode. There's 4. And I started on that, and I worked my way down. Yeah, this game is hilarious. Okay, here we go. Let's watch this. Let's watch this broadcast. I am very excited.
Of this spectacularly popular new sport. That's followed by a repeat of the live National Sportsboard final at 7:30 p.m. and again at 8:15 p.m., 9 p.m. and 9:45 p.m. At 10:30, it's a world premiere of Channel 1's television adaptation of smash hit schools musical Hey, Friendship.
Yeah, we did that already.
A touching and relevant tale of a 13-year-old girl from a modern family trying to adapt to the horrors of life in the old school system.
Oh, God,
it's another chance to view the Sportsboard final at 11:45 before the weather and close down at 5:30.
Enough final chance.
But first, it's time for the National Nightly News with Jeremy Donaldson and Megan.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolfe. Our main stories tonight.
Uncooperative, A mysterious symbol has appeared overnight on thousands of buildings throughout the capital.
Tonight, in an exclusive live interview with Prime
Come
Ministers
on,
Julia
editor.
Salisbury and Peter
Get on
Clement,
top of it.
I'll be asking what this mysterious symbol might mean.
After 3 months of record-breaking approval
So,
ratings,
on
could
the
this
National
be the
Bank.
daring first move of a silent resistance movement? And what would that mean as we go into the future?
We shall overcome. Trapped in Dante's taint for more than a month now, doctors Ingrid Sportsboard and Horgensvoord and David Wong announced today that they're considering 2 possible options.
With 2 of the finest minds in science working together, hopes are still high for the eventual return of the team to dry land.
While both options are still on the table, support seems to be...
Wait. Let's get this straight. Okay, so
We shall overcome. Trapped in Dante's taint
for more than a
month now, doctors Ingrid Sportsboard
Swarsborgen Horgensvoord and David Wong.
and David Wong announced today.
How does she say that with a straight face? Announced today that they're considering
2 possible options.
Okay, they're stuck.
With 2 of the finest minds in science working together, hopes are still high
This
for
music's
the eventual
great.
return of the team to dry land.
So we chose Operation Escape as opposed to Operation Survive. So escape, that's good. You want to get out of here.
While both options are still on the table, support seems to be growing for a daring escape attempt. If a group of fungus experts can't fix the most advanced craft ever,
A group of fungus experts can't fix the most advanced craft.
conceived by man, then who can?
Bloodbath avoided.
Bloodbath avoided.
As the last Mr. Snugglehugs is found and destroyed, we ask, how could we have been so blind?
Fortunately, this station wisely chose not to advertise Mr. Snugglehugs, and the subsequent disappointing sales turned out to be a miracle, as only 7 children were horribly injured by the lethal
Horribly
toy.
injured.
How much worse could it have been? Thankfully, we'll never know.
Questions have been raised about the
Terrible
government's
idea.
judgment, with Prime Minister Peter Clement forced to apologise this morning for seeming to endorse a self-combusting plaything in this publicity shot taken last Christmas. Let's hope his niece
All
recovers
right,
quickly.
that seems
Table
about right.
for 2. Johnny Hamsleeves and Tiffany Lamore were
Hamsleeves.
spotted having a private moment out at lunch today.
The popular couple have certainly been on a roller coaster since they started dating late last year. And this image
Why are they a
is sure to
popular
place
couple?
them
Who are
firmly
they?
back in the tabloids.
Johnny's secretive
Yes,
hospital
it's all-
visits have had the rumour mill churning.
Look at her face.
I think it's safe to
Look at his
say that
face.
they're not looking at his school report.
Is this once celebrated role model about to become the bad boy of sport?
And onwards and upwards. In an attempt to put the Mr. Snugglehugs disaster behind them, Rimington's Fist CEO Sophia Rimington today announced a brand new product that already has the markets buzzing with interest.
This groundbreaking product.
You know, I gotta say, I mean, what's blowing my mind is we're editing it. I mean, I'm editing it in real time, but I think all of these scenes were pretty much one shot, right? I mean, there might have been some opportunities to cut, but because we can look at all of the footage, and we'll look at that in a little bit, it's all happening in real time. So they're really handling this language, the tone, the humor, it's mind-boggling how focused they are all the way through this scene. It's like theater, you know. I mean, it takes weeks and weeks of rehearsal to be this, you know, comfortable with a lot of language. So I'm just dying to know more about how these guys rehearse this stuff. We've got to reach out to these people.
Came as quite a shock when it was revealed earlier today, though its critics are sceptical that the young CEO can fulfill her promises.
Someone, was it Gamers Grotto? I don't know. One of you guys the other day mentioned that you may have a connection with someone that worked on this, an actor or something. And if you said that you could maybe get me in touch, but yeah, whatever you could do, if you're listening, and if I'm remembering correctly, I would love to get in touch with anybody on this this team. All right.
Described as a breakthrough far ahead of its time, the male contraceptive pill is heralding a sexual revolution. Its fans are celebrating the fact that men can finally take equal responsibility for contraception. But others have expressed concerns over its safety and side effects.
What's the side effects?
With that exclusive Prime Ministerial interview coming up later.
And our very own Patrick Bannon live at the first annual Sportsboard final.
You won't want to
Sportsboard
miss a
final.
second of tonight's National Night.
Good editing. Oh, I screwed up. Oh, it's so good. This is so well done. Who made the music for this? It's exactly what these types of shows are.
But first tonight, while Advance is certainly proving popular with the majority of the country, who've seen their wealth and standards of living increase considerably, for some, the transition has not been as pleasant.
That's right, Megan. The formerly aristocratic members of our society have had to make major adjustments to come to terms with the new regime.
Robin Short is in suburbia investigating rumours that these previously privileged people may be planning some kind of protest. Robin?
Planning protest. That's so great. This is good language. Look at this.
Investigating rumours that these
previously privileged
people may
be
planning
some kind of protest. Come on, that's alliteration at its best.
Thanks, Megan. I'm here in Moderate Hatchings to talk to Wentworth and Penelope Somerset Bentley, who were relocated to the house you see behind me after Advance passed the Assets and Wealth Act on their first day in office. Tell me, how are you settling into your new lives?
Well, quite frankly, Robin, we're not settling in at all. Our neighbours are whitewatters.
It's simply untenable. I hope you'll...
I mean, this is so over the top, you know, his ridiculous speech impediment, and she's almost as bad just with her attitude, but they're both they're so good, and I don't know, I'm really buying into this and just more and more impressed with how they pulled this off. Yeah.
Forgive my language, but it's a steaming
so well written.
with too much smadding.
Steady now, Penelope. Sorry, Robin, my sister's under a lot of pressure. She had
That's
to
her
dress
sister.
herself this morning, and she still has.
Oh. My goodness, that
She
must
had
have
to
been
dress
quite a
herself
shock.
this morning. Wait a minute. This is why they're totally rich, pampered, spoiled kids. She had to dress herself this morning, and she hasn't quite recovered, Wobbin.
Still has.
I screwed up the. Oh, what did you say? Oh, fuck. Fuddle-dee-doo.
My goodness, that must have been quite a shock.
She really struggles with ribbons, Robin.
Well, at least you've been rehoused in a nice big house.
Oh my gosh.
Big house? Little Gaddis Spatch only has one staircase.
And the breakfast room and the dining room are the same bloody place. Imagine that.
The breakfast room and the dining room are the same bloody place, having to eat one's grub in one womb.
Everyone's grub in one room. One womb, Robin.
So what would you say to the people that...
He does the little... There's just a great little physical moment here. Watch this. Watch what he does with his... at the very end after one room, Robin.
Grub in one room. One womb, Robin.
Right
so
after
what
this.
would you say to
There.
the people that feel that your family has had it far too easy for far too long, and that these redistributions are both fair and just?
I hardly think easy for fussle's sake. Only one of our swimming pools was even heated.
But realistically, what can you do?
Well, you've asked the right waddy question, Robin.
Thank you, Wentworth. I wasn't the youngest ever editor of the Swinstead Middle School Inquirer for no reason.
I think our toilet butler was from Swinstead. Dear George. Oh, I wonder what happened to him. Yes. I remember. Daddy him in the buttocks and he ran off into the woods.
Oh, good times.
This is so good. I forget this is all one take. I can't tell you if you haven't acted before, if you're not, you have to memorize it. You have to rehearse it. You have to make all your mistakes. You got to get it out of your head and into your system. And, it's easy to cram some lines into your head and then have a camera shoot at you, and you can just do 4 or 5 of those lines at a time because they're editing. But to do this all in one take, it's quite impressive, and they're all in it. I mean, all one person had to do was screw up a line, and then, I mean, how many takes did it take to get through this thing?
That's probably my last happy memory, Robin.
Tragic, but what can you do?
We will rise and rebel. We wage war on our revolting rulers with righteous words and rebellious writings. Our best guess in our quest for redress is to divest our breast in an undress bare chest protest.
Come on, this is brilliant. Oh my gosh. Okay, we will rise and rebel.
We wage
war on our revolting rulers with righteous words.
Rulers with righteous words and rebellious writings.
And rebellious writings. Our best guess is our quest for redress. Our best guess in our quest for redress is to divest our breasts in an undressed bare chest protest. Oh my God, okay, we have to watch the whole thing again. Okay, that's just too good. Okay, one more time. Watch what he does. It's so good. And look at his sister sort of posing behind him.
But what can you do?
We will rise and rebel. We wage war on our revolting rulers with righteous words and rebellious writings. Our best guess in our quest for redress is to divest our breasts in an undress bare chest protest.
Oh, what's that?
Daddy!
And then they do this.
Daddy! Please don't do that. We can't show this on the news.
That daddy at starting is the meme sound. Oh wow. And then this is all happening too.
Tilly's our mummy. She's proper cracked off too.
Well, at least you are showing some shame.
People, P-E-A-P-U-L. Down with people. Down with poor people.
Glad to meet you.
Revolt, W-E-V-O-L-T. Rebel.
Work, boy.
Thanks, Daddy.
Nice shaft work.
Me, you know.
And forgive me, what are you...
Want to be footing well heard, that's all.
Oh, language, Penelope. We are nude, not rude.
Sorry, Daddy.
How is it that he doesn't look like...
To realize...
Okay, the thing that's kind of interesting to me here is if they are upper class, rich people who have been assimilated into a poor environment, the dad doesn't make sense to me. He looks like a blue collar dude with the, sort of the hat that tells me he's not upper class. He's got the shotgun. He doesn't seem to be... I mean, look at those two. They're both blonde. They're tall. They're very Aryan looking. The dad doesn't make sense. Does anybody get that for me? Is there a reason why the dad is... the expression on the reporter's face says all you need to know. Exactly. Oh, it's so good. Okay. Anyways, that's my issue with... Okay, so we are nude, not rude. I'm sorry, Daddy.
Not rude.
Sorry, Daddy.
We want the world to realize we won't roll over and run away.
He uses the L. He missed it. Wheelize. He didn't say wheel-wise. That's tough to be that consistent.
Daddy.
We want the world to realize...
Caught him a little bit.
We won't roll over and run away. We will revolt. We will rise again.
Yes, we bloody well will. Spaff and piff pop.
I knew it. I didn't know. I was trying to cut away. I didn't realize I would hear what's his name say.
Well, shut up and get your mother.
Well, Jeremy.
Get your mother. I kind of screwed up here.
Movement takes one in the top legs. It's back to you in the...
She's trying to be all positive. What does she say? As this embryonic protest movement, she even uses the...
Well, Jeremy.
Movement takes one in the top
protest movement. Look at her.
Back here in the studio. I'm Robin Short, chuckling surreptitiously in moderate hatchings.
She's trying to make
Thanks,
the most
Robin.
of it.
Well, that's certainly a story we want to be keeping an eye on, eh, Megan?
Speak for yourself there, Jeremy, but I've seen enough shaft work to last me a lifetime.
I'm sure you have. But can a naked protest movement ever really catch on? It doesn't
Enough
seem like the
shaft.
way we do things in this country.
But as I'm sure you're aware, Jeremy, this country is becoming a very different place.
Yes, but seriously, who's going to run around naked in our weather?
Oh, hopefully not you, Jeremy.
Yes, well, there wouldn't be enough canvas for the slogans.
When we come back, our very own Patrick Bannon will be live from the Sportsboard finals. Stick around, you won't want to miss it.
We'll be back after these messages.
Okay, that was awesome. This is just so awesome. But this is so different than the novel part of it, or whatever you want to call it, the writing part. It feels like two separate games. I don't know why the game where you're, reading about Sam and Alex and all that, I don't get why it doesn't have a little bit of the same tongue-in-cheek writing that this does. Or if they're clearly trying to just completely take us into another world, what was this reason behind it just being sort of a novelization thing? I mean, I imagine some of it had to do with budget and all that, but they're so smart. These guys are so smart, and they've thought ahead on so many things. I think I might be missing something as to what they're trying to do with that side of that part of the game. Okay, I guess I'm going to read you guys a little bit of your stuff here. Yeah, some people are giving some text here. What time is it? 2:56? Oh my gosh, I guess we'll take a break. So the actress who plays... Okay, Gamers Grotto has a lot of information here. Tell Paul Beaverstock from me did an excellent job. Absolutely. So the actress who plays... Oh, so Beaverstock is a YouTuber. Paul Beaverstock, who plays Jeremy. So yeah, we got to find that guy for sure. Got to find all these guys. Megan Wolf, to my knowledge, is not even British. She was on a live stream playing the game alongside the creator, and she had no accent. Wow. First intro was "We are the news we are, important and formal." Majority of the actors are YouTubers and social media entertainers. That's crazy. They're so good. Memorizing is always so difficult. I agree. Casting calls for the game back in 2018. Filming didn't start until 2020, as I recall. They filmed it all during COVID lockdown, and they talked about the challenges of making an FMV during a lockdown. Yeah, got it. I'm going to... Very well. I shall we swaja. Very impressive how much they put into it. Yeah, it's crazy how much work. The expression on the reporter's face. Did she misspell poor as poor? I think she did. She totally did. The dad is a crusty member of the landed gentry. Okay, like a baron type. That makes more sense. Mind addled by decades of brandy and syphilis. Okay, it totally makes sense. The reaction edit was perfect. Yeah, that was good. Okay, I'm happy that FMV is back again. This is really nice. I'm with you. You said the cast has aged a lot since the initial filming 4 years ago. Well, haven't we all, right?
Top Fuel tip $20. Great stream, Paul. Can't wait for the next Tex Murphy stream. Got to go. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Hey, thank you, Top Fuel. Appreciate that. I think next week, well, it might as well. Here, let's. Can I get out of this? Yeah. Well, I think I should finish. That's okay. I think I'll just be able to get out of here. But we're going to come back to this. So I'm going to back, save and quit. Let's do that. And then I will come back to here.
Good evening. I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Jones.
Quit. All right. Yeah. Oh man, that was fun. So let's see. So thanks, Top Fuel. Appreciate that. And you said something. I can't remember what it was, but it was. Oh, next week. So next week we're gonna. I think here's the plan. That hasn't been released yet, so you're the first people to know. The plan for the moment is Monday. Daniel and I we're gonna start the dig from the top and play that game all the way through. I owe it to that guy to play his favorite game all the way through and show it the proper respect that he thinks it deserves. So the dig will be on Monday. Wednesday, Tori's going to join us. We want to play a game. You guys can help. We want to play a game. I think we really kind of bored her with that last one. What was it? Dark Crystal or Dark. I can't remember the name of it. We were like in the Tomb Quest or Crypt Master. That one just didn't pan out, and so we just want to play a game that Tori will love. Something like the Puzzle Agent, which I thought she was great at. We had a great time playing. Daniel said there is a Puzzle Agent too, but it's not nearly as good. So something that will, challenge Tori with her puzzle solving skills. So if you want to throw some suggestions out there, do it on Discord. You can do it here, but this is going to disappear on my OBS. I guess I could look at the thing, but yeah. So would love to get some help from you for the next game we play with Tori. And then Friday, as long as he's available, we'll come back with Tesla Effect with Spoonie. I think Noah deserves the coveted Friday spot, since that's kind of the end of the weekend and people might have a little more free time to tune in. So we're going to have him come on Friday. So that'll be our week next week. If possible, I'll sneak in on a Tuesday or Thursday and finish either this or Little Nightmares or Life is Strange or whatever. So, and I'm not totally done with Alan Wake yet. I'll keep going. But I'm having a great time. Thanks for joining me today, you guys, and thanks for listening to my thoughts or my rant on creativity versus business, not finding the level you want to get to and all that stuff. It's been something I've been thinking about a lot. So yeah, I guess that's it. Thanks for your support, Zwex and Top Fuel, and oh gosh, I gotta look this up before I think we had. Let's see, coffee. No, that's not the one. You go away. Huh. Do. No. Let's just do this. Boink. There it is. Yeah, so today our folks were Top Fuel, Zwex again. I think that was it for today. But the three of you, the two Zwexes and a Top Fuel, thanks for your support. Now let's get to our goal today. All right, guys, have a great weekend. Have fun. Get out. Go do something fun. I'm going to go see a restored version of Amadeus at the local, the Grand Illusion Theater in Seattle with my, I'm going to drag my kids to see a classic Milos Forman film. So we're going to go see that tomorrow. That should be fun. I'll let you know how it goes. All right. Bye, guys. Take it easy. See ya. Amadeus. Oh.